Welcome back guys, Kalclash Fitness. Now, today is a training update just to talk about my training, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it and why, and how I'm getting on basically. It's been a while since my last Bigman to Ironman blog, and a lot of people subscribe to this channel expecting me to be superhuman or thinking I'm superhuman. This channel has never been about trying to prove that I'm superhuman, that I've got superhuman abilities, or that I'm any better than any one of you watching, or anyone at all. This channel was built to help every single person watching, to try and give my tips and to try and build a community of like-minded people that want to help each other out and strive for greatness, to beat themselves, to beat the competition, to be better people. This channel wasn't built to prove that I am superhuman. This channel was built to prove that the normal, everyday person can achieve the superhuman by putting in hard work, healthily and sensibly, without bending to any of the government BS or society bullshit that's put on you, and expectations and body image and all of that crap. This was just to show that the everyday person can achieve greatness. So without further ado, let's take a look at my training program. Okay, training. Steve Kalclash Training 101. As you know, I came into this training rather heavy. I'm still pretty much a lot heavier than I would like to be. My resting heart rate is going down, so it's around 37 to 39 at the moment, which is great. It means my heart is efficient at pumping the oxygen around my body, pumping the blood around my body, which is where I want to be. It is having to work a lot harder than normal because of the weight, and because it's carrying around muscle, rather than, this is muscle weight that I'm carrying around, not fat weight, which means it's highly demanding of oxygen. So once I build my training up and become leaner and smaller and lighter, that efficiency of my body to pump oxygen around my body is just going to mean for faster times, longer distances, if I'm patient and if I don't push myself too hard, too fast. So what does my training look like? It consists mainly of cycling, okay? So I cycle to work and back along the coast. It's mainly lovely. I'm having to avoid seagulls, dog walkers and sometimes cars. It's the seagulls, dog walkers and other cyclists really that's the main issue. It's about 25 miles a day, just under 24.8 miles a day, and with wind and stopping and starting, all that type of thing, generally that's about an hour and a half cycle a day. So that's an hour and a half in the books most days. Obviously if I work from home or something like that, or if I have to pick the kid up, then I'll have to get the train, but generally I'm trying to cycle every single day. That's been averaging out maybe 3 to 4 days a week just lately. Okay, so the ideal there is 5 days a week cycling, hour and a half a day. So that's 5 hours plus another hour and a half, so that'd be 6.5 hours cycling Monday to Friday. And then what I've started to do is folding in running and swimming on my lunch break. So I've located a swimming pool that's within walking distance of my work. At the minute I'm doing one swim a week. So a close friend of mine said swimming is just like having a wash, doesn't take anything out of you. And when you're triathlon training, there's a lot of truth in that, because it's an upper body workout. But that's only if you're efficient, that's only if you're well trained. So that will become the norm for me, hopefully. But at the minute, swimming drains a lot from my gas tank. So although muscle wise I don't feel too bad after swimming, just my CNS, central nervous system and everything else, just I get a lot of fatigue from swimming. And then I like to throw in maybe 1 or 2 runs on my lunch break. So I'll cycle in, I'll eat, I'll do a bit of work, get to lunchtime, or a lot of work, and then get to lunchtime, and then go for a run on tired legs, but that's all good. And then I'll get back, stretch, shower, lots more work, and then I'll cycle home. Generally that's what my training day consists. Follow me on Strava. I'm on Strava, and we've got an excellent community on Strava, Steve Kalclash Fitness Running and Steve Kalclash Fitness Cycling community. Okay, so it absolutely lifts me up every time I go onto Strava. And I see the community engaging with each other, following each other, commenting on people's activity, giving kudos to people's activity. I see the same faces cropping up here, there and everywhere, and I know they've connected through Steve Kalclash Fitness communities on Strava. So please do follow me on Strava if you want to, but most importantly follow the community on Strava, and I'll put the links in the description down below. There's a whole community there of support waiting for you. Obviously in the comments down below as well, everyone's there to support, everyone's there to be friendly and happy and supportive of you. The reason I got back into triathlon, one of my friends at work, Marcus Palmer, his name is, a great guy. I was obviously just lifting the weights and not doing any cardio for one reason or another, which I've been through. And one day he just told me I'm decided to train for an Ironman, and that was the spark I needed to kick me back into shape, to get me motivated and get me back out there training, right? And I knew that fire would come back one day. And when he told me that, it was like he'd achieved what Guy Fawkes never achieved. He blew the fucking lid off, you know what I mean? There, not only was the fire back, it blew the fucking roof off. And as soon as he said that, boom, it was just like something switched, boom, explosion, and it was just a one-track mind focus. I knew it would come back, and it came back harder than ever. Okay, so I'm building up my training slowly. I'm trying to get to 10 hours a week, then it'll be 11 hours a week, then it'll be 12 hours a week. By that point, hopefully I'll be fit enough to cycle to work and back, a swim at lunch, and then maybe a longer run as well in the evenings, because I have time in the evenings too, which I'm not utilising. And hopefully I'll have somewhere better to film than this smelly old garage as well quite soon. That's really it. That's my training, what my training looks like, what my training consists of. The cycles I try and keep easy as much as possible. Aerobic around 120 to 130 or lower than 120 sometimes. Aerobic easy exercise. The running is generally higher, 165, 170 beats a minute, and then the swimming, who knows, I just try and blast that out as well as I can. 1500 meters generally at the minute is about 26, around 26 minutes, which isn't fast for me, but it's not too bad either. Like I say, I just need to get more efficient at swimming. Guys, as always, this is just a quick catch up, quick touch in of how I'm getting on, how my training's going, how my motivation's going, and how I'm trying to build up a support crew around me, because I find it very difficult to ask people for help, to confide in people, and you're my support crew as much as I'm your support crew. I'm here to support you, to motivate you, to help you, but you guys do not understand and do not know how much all of your support helps me and pushes me on and strives and keeps that fire burning. Like I say, the lid's been blown off, but that fire is still raging, and it's not going to be put out, and I'm going to haul myself over the finishing line of an Ironman in 2018. I can guarantee it. I'm looking for an event, but my next event has been booked in. It's been voted for you, and the next video will go into detail about what that is, when it is, and hopefully some of you guys can either compete with me or come and cheer me on. Otherwise I'll do it solo. Vikings can go into battle solo or as an army. We don't mind. Guys, as always, please comment, like, share, subscribe and all of that lovely malarkey. You guys know what to do by now. Keep it rolling.